And now some more classic movie review time, AJ, because do you know where we're going? How old?
You said you're going soft, so I'm gonna go 20 because there's no way you're gonna go right in after that.
We're going 20. Yes, I'm now easing it in. The Vaseline's been applied. Let's go in for 20, right? And it's so funny that you made that faux pas during The Hobbit because 20 years old, AJ, is not part one, is not part two, is part
Stop.
three. The
Return of
Lord
the
of the
King.
Rings, The Return of the King is 20 years old this week.
Do you know my biggest sin? I've seen number one, and I've actually seen Two Towers in the cinema. I've not seen Return of the King because I was like, I need to watch it all properly because I did see number two before I'd seen Fellowship of the Rings, and it just got a bit
The
messy.
extended versions are the only real versions of these movies.
Well, that's an even longer challenge ahead for me to go. I would love to say that like, I've seen it, but it just feels bad to say that for something like I want to do. I've had 20 years to have done it, and I haven't done it. That's what's killing me. That's what's killing me at this moment. I know. I could go back 20 years. Oh God, I feel dirty saying it. I could go back 20 years, and I remember the excitement everyone around me had for this, and I remember wanting to be a part of the excitement, but not being able to because I had, as much as I wanted to Return the King, I wanted to get a full understanding. So as much as I'd seen the Two Towers, I wanted a full understanding before going into Return of the King, and I just didn't get time. The game with extended versions is not as easy attainable as one would wish it to be. But yeah, wow, 20 years since the last
20
Lord of
years,
the Rings
dude.
film came out.
And there are some people out there who will be like, it hasn't aged at all. Wrong. If there are certain scenes, especially in Return of the King, which is even heavier on the CG than the other ones, things like the Oliphants, some shots with the Nazgul are starting to show signs of age now, which is testament to how far special effects have come, because it's only starting to show signs of age. For most part, this movie is still visually a freaking masterpiece. It is not an entry point into the series at all. This is very much a trilogy which demands that you see them. It's not like you can Star Wars this. Like, this is very much a trilogy where you need to join at part one, understand who the characters are. You get a much greater respect for the world that's being built if you understand their backstories, the different creeds, the different cultures, the different races of Middle-earth, understand how they're all interwoven together, understand how the ring is controlling and is perceived as a danger, understand that the adventure that all the characters have been on until this point, and this is the point where Shib really hits the fan, because there's something to be said about the Battle of Helm's Deep and the Two Towers being the best battle in the whole trilogy. I would definitely listen to that noise. I do personally prefer the Battle of the Pelennor Fields, which is in this one. I thought there was the mise en scène of Helm's Deep, you know, with the rainfall at night and the swathes of Uruk-hai marching on a great wall that gets blown up, and then effectively being saved by the rays of light following Gandalf the White. Poetically beautiful. But the Pelennor Fields just took, let's take good versus Eagle and inject it with steroids. So many steroids. This is a battle on such a grand scale. There are people who I go to the movies with often, you know, it's much like when I grabbed your arm and gave you a bruise when we heard ravage, eject. You'll remember that forever, I hope, right? There are things like when I first walked out of Captain Marvel and, you know, my wife turned to me and went, I've needed a movie like that my entire life. You know, representation for a woman to feel that way about a superhero. I'll remember her reaction. That was special to me. Equally, during the Battle of the Pelennor Fields, where it just seems to go up and up and up, and it takes it up a level. And then just when you think they're done and we're coming down, oh no, they throw something else in. And then you're like, surely that's it. Oh no, we're just getting started. Like, It's like, and I still remember to this day, my mum, who's never read Lord of the Rings, her reaction, she grabbed my arm, much like a ravage eject. She grabbed my arm and just looked at me and went, and I was like, I know, right? It just doesn't stop. It just doesn't stop. And there's definitely something to be said about there's so much going on in this film. And yes, there's the 4 endings have now become an ongoing joke, but that's in the book. You can laugh at the movie all you want. I'd argue that the movie is incredibly faithful to the book, because I think an even bigger sin than doing 4 endings in a movie is to take a book as beloved as Lord of the Rings and eliminate a single one of those endings.
If it's the book, it's the book.
And I'm not going to say what the endings are because I don't want to ruin it for you. But I'll also say this. This will seem like gibberish to you, but when the Rohirrim arrive on Pelennor and Theoden commands them to charge, to the sound of that Viking viola, that is single-handedly my favorite moment in cinema history. Nothing. It's not my favorite movie, but that scene is my favorite scene in cinema. Nothing compares to it. The pure, like, blood enraged adrenaline of these Vikings on horses charging and just going, ah! It's like nothing touches it. It's unreal. And I made it sound terrible there with my wussy ass war scream, but that was it's just a thing of beauty. And I it's 20 years old, but let's watch this damn trailer, man, because it's quite the thing to behold. Hopefully it'll impress you enough that you actually go and watch it now, AJ.
Oh, bro, it's got to be done. It's just a wish list at the moment.
Oh, come on, load up. There we go.
The eye of the enemy is moving.
Nazgul
Has come.
Look how beautiful it is.
Frodo moves closer to Mordor. How do we know Frodo is alive?
What does your heart tell you? Oh. Look at this.
Come, Master.
Come,
Master. Our friend.
This is your test.
Look at this.
Every path you have trod through wilderness, through war,
And this is practical.
has led to this road.
The enemy will never let Aragorn come to the throne of Gondor.
It is time. Give him the sword of the king.
Become who you were born to be.
Your precious swimming eyes.
He means to murder us! Never!
I'm not sending him away.
Come to me.
Order set.
That's the part which you can argue with. Hey, but look at this still. Oh, it's so cool. What?
We come to it at last.
The great battle.
I see in your eyes.
This scene, AJ. That was the Viking, the Rohirrim about to charge.
A day may come when the courage of man fails. When we forsake our friends and break all bonds of fellowship. But it is not this day.
Whatever happens, stay with me.
Here, this.
All you
Oh
have
my
to
word.
decide is what to do with the time that is given to you.
We shall see the Shire again.
You gave away your life's price. I cannot protect you anymore.
Well, watch this again, you know.
You cannot achieve victory through strength of arms.
Oh my word. Oh my
Not for
word.
ourselves.
But we can give Frodo a chance.
Oh my word. Come on. Come on. Dude.
Nice.
Dude.
As I said, the way the wordings kept coming in between just felt like it's final. You know, someone's gonna bite the dust. You know it's gonna. It's tension building. It's tension building. I like it.
I have to say, the trailer did feel quite old school, the way they were breaking it up with text. I was like, yeah, you even more than the movie, feel 20 years old.
Yeah. Oh man, it's true. It's true.
Get on it now.
It's easier said than done. They're films that require a lot of attention.
Brothers,
And especially,
precious.
as you said, extended only, which means 3 hours plus. I'm not crapping on them when I say that. I'm just saying it requires a lot of attention. We'll see.
It will fly like that.
Okay.
That's how good they are. Which means, obviously, you can't rank The Lord of the Rings: The Return of the King. It doesn't just get 1 thumbs up. It doesn't just get 2 thumbs up. This is one of the greatest films of all time. AJ, it's a goat. This movie is categorical GOAT status. Absolutely. And I want to know what you guys think. What is your favorite of all the Middle-earth movies? I'm imagining everyone now goes ahead and says The Two Towers, which is fine. But I want to know. Fellowship, Two Towers, Return of the King, maybe one of the Hobbit movies. All answers are correct unless it's Hobbit Part 3. But let me know, let us know, let AJ know, let the Silver Screen dudes know down in the comments below as we ask you, just how good was The Return of the King? Let us know.
Let us know. Convince me.